Good morning class 3. Today we will start our new chapter in unit 2, which is water. So all of you take out your EVS books, which is We and Our Surroundings, class 3. Open chapter 2, page number 23. Now let's start the reading. Water is essential for life. All living things need water to stay alive. We can survive for several weeks without food, but cannot live without water. Even for few days, even for few days. In fact, about 70% of our body weight is due to water. The food, vegetables and fruits we eat every day contain a lot of water. An adult needs 1.5 or to 2 liters, that is 6 to 8 glasses of water a day. We feel thirsty when the normal amount of water in the blood starts to drop and the blood gets slightly thicker. Our brain senses this and sends signal to the body that tells us we need more water. So let's see what is water. Water is an very essential element for our life, or we can say that water is very important for us to survive or to live. If we don't get water, then we will not be able to survive. If we will not get the water, then what will happen? We will die. Like that. Okay. So all living things need water to stay alive. All living things means human beings, plants, animals, insects. Okay. So all living things need water to stay alive. We can survive for several weeks without food. Yes, we can survive without food. Means suppose if we don't eat a food for a week, then or for 2-3 weeks, then we can survive. But if we don't get water for 3 to 4 days only, then what will happen? We will not be able to survive. Okay, that's why we need water. Or we can say that we can live for some days without food, but we can't live without water. Now, in fact, 70% of our body weight is due to water. Now, 70% of our body weight means our body weight means our weight consists 70% water. Or we can say that कि जो हमारी बॉडी में जितना भी वाटर प्रेजेंट है, और वी कैन से जो हमारा बॉडी का वेट है, बॉडी वेट मीन्स सपोज यू आर ऑफ 20 kgs. Okay, so from that 20 kg, 70% of 20 kg is water. Okay, now the food, vegetables and fruits we eat every day contain a lot of water. Now the food which we eat, the vegetables which we eat, the fruits which we eat, each and everything contains a lot of water which we eat every day. After that, an adult needs 1.5 to 2 liters of water a day. That means that an adult person, or we need at least 6 to 8 glasses of water in a day. That's we should always drink 6 to 8 glasses of water in a day. Now, if we feel thirsty when the normal amount of water in the blood starts to drop. When we feel thirsty when the normal amount of water in our blood starts to drop. जब भी हमारे ब्लड में जो वाटर का जो अमाउंट प्रेजेंट है, जब वो अमाउंट क्या होता है वाटर का, वो ड्रॉप करना स्टार्ट कर देता है. द अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर स्टार्ट्स ड्रॉपिंग present in our blood, then we feel thirsty. And when we feel thirsty, what happens? The blood As the amount of water is getting down, then what happens? The blood is slightly gets thicker. It gets slightly thicker, or we can say that the blood starts getting thicker. So our brain senses this and sends signals to the body that tells us we need more water. So when we feel thirsty, what happens? जो हमारा brain है, that our brain senses that we are now feeling thirsty. What happens? It sends the signals to the body that we are feeling thirsty or we need water. Then after that, the shortage of water in our body will cause dehydration. It may become very dangerous, so we should always drink plenty of water every day. This means that the shortage of water in body means, shortage means कमी. तो जब भी तो whenever there is a shortage of water in our body, okay, so जब भी हमारी body में water की shortage होती है, तो that time is known as dehydration. So that's why we should always drink 6 to 8 glasses of water in a day. I hope you all do. So that is called dehydration, and dehydration is very dangerous. It's very dangerous for our health. So we should always drink a plenty of water every day. That's why we should always drink more and more water day. Okay. Now turn to the page number 24. Now we need water daily for many purposes. In this we will study about the uses of water, or we can say that for what we use water, or for what purposes we use water in our daily life. So we use water for drinking, cooking food, bathing, washing clothes, cleaning cars, putting out fires, producing electricity, and irrigation. Yes, in irrigation means the farmers use water for irrigation. Okay, and there are so many uses of water. So let's see what are they. First of all, in the first picture, here is a boy who is drinking a glass of water. So it is we need water for drinking. And the second picture is we need where a lady is cooking a food. So we need water for cooking food. Third picture in which a boy is bathing. We need water for bathing. The fourth is we need water for washing. In the picture you can see that a lady is washing clothes. After that we need water for cleaning. In this you can see that a boy is cleaning a car. And the sixth picture is we need water for putting out fire. Means here you can see that a man is trying to put out fire. मतलब वो आग बुझाने की कोशिश कर रहा है. Okay, so to put out fire also, as well as we can use water for mopping. Okay, then mopping. After that irrigation means farmers use water for growing crops. Irrigation producing electricity, and water is also used for transportation like ships. What ships में क्या होता है? What does the ships carry? Ships carry goods and it goes from one place to another. As the ships moves from one place to another, and ships carry goods and they move in water only. That's why we can call it as water as a means of transport. Water is used as a transport also. Okay, and we use water for swimming, yes, or for boating, in rivers, lakes, ponds. Okay. Now, see the paragraph. Animals and plants also need water. Animals need water for drinking and bathing. Water acts as home for many animals. Animals which live in water are called aquatic animals. Can you name them? Can you name 10 aquatic animals? Now, as we, the human beings, need water, like that only plants and animals also need water. Now, why animals need water? Animals need water for drinking and bathing, as water acts a home for many animals. Yes, water acts as a home also. Why? Because there are some animals who live in water and they are known as the aquatic animals, like fish, frog, whale, shark, starfish, jellyfish, tortoise, octopus, turtle, crocodile, and many more. Okay, so the animals who live in water are called the aquatic animals. That for that only water acts as a home for aquatic animals. After that, plants need water to grow. Over 70% of a plant is water. Without water, a plant cannot make its food. If there is not enough water, the plant wilts. Most plants get a constant supply of water through their roots. Okay. Now, why plants need water? Plants need water to grow. Okay. As over 70% of water of a plant is water only. Now, जो plant है, plant का 70% क्या है? Water है. Now, without water, a plant cannot make its food. Or we can say that without water, if plants don't get water, what will happen? The plant will wilt, or they will wilt. Wilt means कि वो मुरझा जाएंगे या सूख जाएंगे. सूख जाना या मुरझा जाना. तो plants will wilt. And most plants get a constant supply of water through their roots. There are so many plants which get a constant supply of water from their roots, as roots absorb water. Okay. Now you can see in the picture also, in a picture also, that roots are absorbing water, and the roots are that part of a plant which are present under the ground. Now turn to the page. Now see page number 25. Now we will study about the sources of water. Now let's see from where we get water. We get water from many sources, but its main source is rain. When it rains, the water collects in ponds, rivers, lakes, streams, seas and oceans. Rivers flow down to the seas and oceans. Seas and oceans are huge water bodies, but we cannot use water of the seas and oceans because it is salty. Now, we get water from many sources. Yes, we get water from lakes, rivers, streams, ponds, oceans, as well as rain also. So, our main source of water is rain. Okay. Now, when it rains, what happens? The rainwater gets collected into ponds, rivers, lakes, streams, oceans and seas. Okay. And after that rain, what we do? We use that water only. We use the water from land, from lakes, rivers, ponds, streams. Okay. Now, rivers flow down to the seas and oceans. Now, what happens as the rivers, as seas and oceans are the huge water bodies. Okay, so the rivers flow down to the seas and oceans, or we can say that in the whole world there is a meeting point of all the seas, of all the rivers. Okay, all the rivers are connected to a sea or ocean. Now, but we cannot use the water of seas and oceans because it is salty. Yes, we can't use the water present in seas and oceans because that it is salty, or we can say that the salt is present in the water of seas and oceans. Okay, but the water of rivers and ponds is normal, so we can use it. Some rainwater goes deep into the ground. We call this underground water. People dig wells to draw this water. They also draw underground water through hand pumps and tube wells. Yes. Now what happens as the rainwater gets collected into the rivers, ponds, lakes, streams, seas and oceans, like that only the rainwater goes, some rainwater goes deep into the ground also, and the water which gets collected under the ground is known as the underground water. Now people dig wells to draw this water. Yes, the water which is collected under the ground, that we can draw it by digging wells or tube wells or hand pumps. They also draw underground water through hand pumps and tube wells. Okay, now after that, drinking water. Drinking water should be clean and free from germs. Water from a river or pond contains germs. When we drink this water, germs enter our body. They cause many diseases such as typhoid, cholera and jaundice. Now, drinking water means, drinking water is that water which we drink. So drinking water should be clean and free from germs. As the water present in a river or a pond that contains germs, so we should always drink a clean water. Okay. Now what happens if we drink a water from a river or a pond? Then the germs which are present in rivers or ponds that enters into our body, and when they enter our body, they cause many diseases such as typhoid, jaundice, cholera. Okay, now turn to the page 26. Now let's see page number 26. Water becomes dirty in a number of ways. Look at the following picture and discuss in class how the river is getting dirty. Now we will learn the methods or the process through which our river water gets dirty. How our river water is getting dirty. Now you can see in a picture also that here is a boy who is throwing a garbage into a river. After that, here are some animals who are bathing in a river. After that, here is an industry there is a removal of chemicals or wastage from industries. Yes, what the industries do? Industries produce goods, and whatever wastage or the chemical wastage is produced, that they throw into the water or they dispose it into the water in the rivers. Okay, so our water gets dirty through the removal of industries also, and washing clothes. If we wash clothes at the in the river, then also our river gets dirty. Okay, now we can clean water by boiling it for 15 to 20 minutes. Boiling process kills the germs and make it safe to drink. We can also add chlorine tablets to make water clean. People in towns and cities get tap water. This water is treated with chlorine, so it is safe to drink. Now we will study how to clean a water. Yes, we can clean a dirty water, or we can clean a water by boiling it for 15 to 20 minutes. If we boil a water for 15 to 20 minutes, then what will happen? The germs will be killed. Okay, and boiling makes our water safe to drink. Okay, now boiling means ubalna. So boiling process kills the germs and make it safe to drink. It kills the germs. Boiling kills the germs and makes the water safe to drink. Okay, for us. Now we can add chlorine tablets to make water clean. People in towns and cities get tap water. This water is treated with chlorine, so it is safe to drink. Yes, there is another method for cleaning a water, that is chlorine tablets. Now in water, if we add chlorine tablets, which are the chlorine tablets are present in a market. So if we add some chlorine tablets into the water, so what will happen? That chlorine tablets makes our water clean. Okay, so now the people who are living in towns and cities, they get tap water, as they don't go to the rivers and bring water from there. So they get tap water, or at their homes, the taps are present at their homes. So, and from that tap only they get water. So that is known as the tap water. And that tap water is already treated with chlorine, so it is safe to drink. Okay. Now avoid wastage of water. Now we will study in this how to avoid the wastage of water. As in our previous chapter we had learned about the how to avoid wastage of food, like that only in this chapter we will study avoid wastage of water. Water is one of our basic needs. We cannot live without it, so we should not waste it. Here are a few ways to avoid wastage of water. Now as we all know that water is one of our basic needs, so we should not waste it, as we cannot live without water. We should not waste it. Now first is store water in clean containers. Clean containers means wherever we are storing a water, like tanks, jugs, jars, that should be properly cleaned, and we should always store our water in that containers. After that, take a short shower. Take a short shower means when we go for bath, we should bath, or we should take a short shower. It doesn't mean that we have gone for taking a shower and we are taking a shower for 1 hour. It will and that 1 hour shower will be a great waste of water. In that, large amount of water will be wasted. So we should take short shower. Then wash cars, dishes and clothes as efficiently as possible. Means we should wash cars, dishes and clothes as efficiently as possible. Means we should wash them in a little amount of water, or we should use that amount of water only which is needed. Okay, or we should not waste it. और we can say that जितने कम पानी में हम लोग उसको वॉश कर सके उतने में. Then do not dispose of a little waste with a large amount of water. We should not dispose a little waste with a large amount of water. Means we should not dispose of waste by throwing large amount of water. Suppose एक कागज का टुकड़ा है, उसको डिस्पोज करने के लिए हमने क्या किया, 1 बकेट हमने पानी वाटर को हमने थ्रो कर दिया. सो दैट इज अ जो वेस्टेज ऑफ वाटर. Okay, then stop leakage and turn off taps when not in use. So when the taps are not in use means when we don't need water, we should turn off the taps. It doesn't mean that they are on and we are doing our work and the water is flowing. Like we can consume it in when we go for brushing our teeth. So when we needed water, then only we should turn on the taps. After that we should turn off only. Okay, then remember, every drop of water is precious. Conserve it. This means that each and every drop of water is very precious or is very important for us. So we should not waste it. We should not waste it. We should conserve it or save it. Conserve means bachana. So we should save it, conserve it. Okay. Now this completes our chapter 2 in unit 2, water.